Hello, everyone, and thank you for joining us for today's session. My name is Danny, and I'm the event planner for the New York Reactor. Before we begin, please take a moment to review our code of conduct. We seek to provide a respectful environment for both our audience and presenters. We encourage engagement in the chat, but please be mindful of your commentary, remain professional, and on topic. Useful links will be shared in the chat. This session is recorded and will be available on demand in 24 to 48 hours on the Microsoft Reactor YouTube channel. Which brings us to today's session. It will run for approximately 1 hour with times for questions throughout. I will now turn it over to our speakers for introductions.
Hi, everyone. Thank you so much for joining me. I'm Jen Kellerman. I'm a senior content designer at Microsoft. Today, we'll explore 10 practical best practices to help you master Data Factory in Microsoft Fabric. Whether you're looking to get started or looking to level up, there's something here for you. So in this session, we will go about discussing 10 important things to know about Data Factory, ranging from basic concepts to advanced optimization techniques. We'll cover collaboration, performance tools, integration capabilities, the use of Copilot, real-time analytics, security, troubleshooting, and continuous learning resources. To begin, let's start with understanding the core components. Data Factory serves as a critical component within Microsoft Fabric, enabling seamless data integration and transformation. It offers a range of features, including data ingestion, transformation, and orchestration to facilitate data workflows. Data Factory provides robust capabilities for managing and processing large data sets across multiple sources. I often like to think about Microsoft Fabric to Microsoft Office. Office is a suite of productivity tools such as Word, PowerPoint, and Excel, each optimized for a particular task, building a spreadsheet or writing a document. But the applications in Office share common elements, whether it's a user experience, how you spell check, or copy and paste, or format text. But also at the foundational layer, how you govern the applications in Office, how you store and collaborate on files. Think of Microsoft Fabric in the same way. It's a suite of analytic tools, whether that's for integrating your data, building a data warehouse, or analyzing your data in Power BI. Each of the tools in Microsoft Fabric share common elements: how you connect to data, how you manage artifacts, how you move from dev to test to production. But also, they share the foundational layers of the Fabric platform: how you manage security and compliance centrally, how you store and collaborate on data, how you govern the entire platform. Data Factory in Fabric is built on the unification of Azure Data Factory, our Pro Data integration capability in Azure, and Power Query, our self-service data preparation capability embedded into Power BI, Excel, Dynamics, and Power Platform. Fabric Data Factory offers both low-code and pro-code approaches to data integration. Fabric Data Factory is AI-powered through copilots. Fabric Data Factory integrates open source data integration approaches. Let's look at how Data Factory supports all major data integration critical capabilities. including rich connectivity, data movement, orchestration, transformation, with deployment options, and observability. To master Data Factory, you need to understand its building blocks: pipelines, data sets, linked services, and triggers. Think of pipelines as workflows, data sets as data references, linked services as connection information, and triggers as automation tools. These are the building blocks of everything you'll do in Data Factory. For example, a common error users may have is a misconfigured linked service. And when this happens, it can cause a pipeline to fail silently. Um, and this could require debugging that may take up to hours. So just as a quick check, how many of you have built at least one pipeline in Fabric? Well, if you're still learning how to build data pipelines, feel free to take our course, Data Factory in a Day with Microsoft Fabric. We offer this Fabric in a Day course several times a month, and there's one coming up tomorrow. Moving on to modular pipeline design. Now that we've covered the basics, let's talk about how to structure your pipelines for scalability and maintainability. One of the most effective strategies is to design your pipelines in a modular way. This means breaking down complex workflows into smaller, reusable components, each with a singular responsibility. Think of it like building with Legos. Each module can be reused, tested independently, and swapped out without affecting the entire structure. Data pipelines are a common concept in data engineering, and they offer a wide variety of activities to orchestrate. As you can see on the screen, you have an opportunity to start with a blank canvas and set up your pipeline activity from scratch, or you can also work with guidance. You can choose to work with the Copy Data Assistant. That'll provide you step-by-step directions on how to go about copying data. You can practice with some of our sample data to quickly get up to speed and learn how to do it before you use your own data. Or you can use some of our templates. And this is an opportunity to go about quickly generating a pipeline using a predefined data scenario. Pipelines can also be scheduled or activated by a trigger to run your data flow. By using a pipeline to run your data flow, you can have the data refreshed when you need it instead of having to manually run the data flow. When you're dealing with enterprise or frequently changing data, automation allows you to focus on other responsibilities. So here you can see on the screen, you can use a data flow for data ingestion, transformation, and landing into a Fabric data store. Then incorporate the data flow into a pipeline to orchestrate extra activities. It's like executing scripts or stored procedures after the data flow has completed. So why does this matter? Why is it so vital to go about creating pipelines with a modular design? Modular design reduces duplication, it improves readability, and it makes your pipelines easier to scale and maintain, especially when you have multiple teams involved. Moving on to the third example, parameterization for flexibility. So you'll want to use parameters to make your pipelines dynamic and environment agnostic. This is essential for scaling across dev, test, and prod. Parameterization allows you to make your parameter to create parameters. Select the background of the pipeline editor canvas, and then select the parameters tab. See right up here. Select the plus new to add a new parameter to the pipeline. Give it a name, a data type, and a default value. You can then use the parameter anywhere in your pipeline where dynamic content is supported. In this example, the parameter is used to dynamically provide the name of a lakehouse data store on the source tab of a copy activities property pages. The Add Dynamic Content window is displayed, allowing you to specify any kind of dynamic content, including parameters, system variables, functions, or pipeline variables. In this example, the previously defined parameter is selected, and the dynamic content window is automatically populated with the correct expression to reference the parameter. It's very vital to use parameters in expressions. It helps your team toggle between environments, saving you hours of manual rework. A pro tip is to go about using global parameters for consistency. Now that we've made our pipelines flexible, let's make them faster. Data Factory empowers you with a modern data integration to ingest, prepare, and transform data from a rich set of data sources. Whether you're a citizen or a professional developer, you'll be able to transform data with intelligent transformations and leverage a rich set of activities. With Data Factory and Microsoft, we're bringing fast copy, data movement, capabilities to both data flows and data pipelines. With fast copy, you can move data between your favorite stores blazing fast. Most importantly, fast copy enables you to bring data to your lakehouse and data warehouse in Microsoft Fabric for analytics. So as you can see on the screen, it's vital to choose the right strategy for data movement. You'll want to use fast copy for large data sets, partitioning for parallelism, and compression to reduce load times. If you're looking to get more information about how to go about orchestrating processes and data movement with Microsoft Fabric, I highly recommend going to Microsoft Learn and reading more on this module. Let's talk about tuning performance. To perform performance tuning on your applications or systems, you can follow a systematic approach that includes the following steps. Establish a baseline. Measure how the system performs on specific operations before making changes. This helps you understand the current performance and set benchmarks for improvement. You'll also want to identify performance metrics. Define performance targets based on business operations, such as throughput, response time, and availability. Establish service level objectives that include key performance indicators relevant to your workload. Along the way, You'll want to monitor and collect data. Enable telemetry to gather metrics and use correlated tracing to view all steps in a transaction. Monitor not only just averages, but also percentiles to identify outliers. You'll also want to be aware of the impact of v-ordering. Not using v-ordering feature can lead to slower query performance and higher scanner cost due to inefficient data scanning. In terms of optimizing data pipelines, you can go about significantly enhancing them in reducing costs by streamlining processes. Like I had mentioned earlier with parameters and variables, thinking through a holistic, cohesive system. You'll also want to go about eliminating bottlenecks. So addressing identified bottlenecks one issue at a time, make changes based on measured data, and compare the results against your established baseline. Something you'll also want to be mindful of is the fact that within Microsoft Fabric, we have Copilot, and Copilot can help you optimize and provide performance tuning tips. You'll also want to be mindful of data partitioning. Data partitioning can effectively lead to significant performance improvements in data processing tasks, reducing time and resource usage. It's just thinking through how you want your data to be analyzed at a particular time. Also think through the data format. Use appropriate data formats to ensure that you're streamlining processes, that you're improving compatibility with various data handling systems. And lastly, consider parallel execution benefits. Allowing operations to be executed in parallelism allows for effective data handling and can dramatically enhance processing speed and efficiency. Another consideration is performance improvement techniques such as parallel processing and, as I had mentioned, data partitioning. Something to be aware of in terms of common pitfalls include redundant data processing. Anything you can do in terms of looking at your data, maybe doing a change data capture to make sure there's not any additional redundancies that are accruing additional costs. And of course, monitoring and considering metrics. Regularly monitoring pipelines performance and analyzing metrics helps in identifying optimization opportunities. Let's move on to secure by design. This is one of my favorites. As a senior content designer at Microsoft, this is something we're always baking into the design. So the importance of data security is really thinking through ensuring data security provides managed private endpoints, workspace identity, and thinking at it through the lens of compliance. You want to ensure that data security and compliance prevents any unauthorized access and data breaches. You'll also want to consider how you go about managing your private endpoints so that you're restricting data access to specific virtual networks, again, enhancing your security and your compliance. In terms of workspace identity, this is a feature that allows for secure data access by ensuring that only authorized users can connect to data resources. So we've done all this wonderful work. Let's now collaborate with GIP integration. Data Factory facilitates collaboration through features like Git integration. Teams can work together on data pipelines, review changes, and manage versions. For example, using Git integration, multiple team members can collaborate on a pipeline, track changes, and ensure that the latest version is always available. Git integration allows teams to collaborate on data pipelines effectively. This helps prevent duplicate content, it reduces conflicts, and ultimately, as you can imagine, it improves productivity. There is also version control. The integration of Git enables teams to manage different versions of pipelines, ensuring that the latest updates are tracked. With change tracking, changes can be reviewed and tracked systematically, allowing teams to revert to previous versions when necessary. You'll want to enable Git integration to manage versions and collaborate safely. It's your safety net for rollback and teamwork. Moving on, now let's go about exploring how AI can help. Let's leverage Copilot and AI. Most of you may know this, but what is Copilot? Copilot is an AI-driven assistant designed to enhance productivity and efficiency in various applications, including Data Factory. Copilot helps streamline your workflows, and it assists users in optimizing by providing suggestions, automating repetitive tasks, and ultimately, this is a real win for you in terms of time savings. One of the great ways that we've integrated this feature is by improving data handling, enhancing collaboration, and simplifying complex tasks. Another great feature of Copilot is it can go about generating transformations, validate data quality, and even summarize pipelines. I like to think of it as having a data engineer on standby. For instance, Copilot can go about auto-generating a data cleaning step that can save 2 hours of manual work. So as a pro tip, something that I would recommend is use Copilot to prototype quickly. Think of it as your personal assistant. Now, let's move on to real-time intelligence. Real-time intelligence is a powerful service that empowers everyone in your organization to extract insights and visualize their data in motion. It offers an end-to-end solution for event-driven scenarios, streaming data, and data logs. Whether dealing with gigabytes or petabytes, all organizational data in motion converges in the real-time data hub. It seamlessly connects time-based data from various sources using no-code connectors, enabling immediate visual insights, geospatial analysis, and trigger-based reactions that are all part of an organization-wide data catalog. Once you seamlessly connect any stream of data, the entire SaaS solution becomes accessible. Real-time intelligence handles data integration, data ingestion, transformation, storage modeling, analytics, visualization, tracking, AI, and of course, real-time actions. Your data remains protected, governed, and integrated across your organization seamlessly, aligning with all of Fabric's offerings. Real-time intelligence transforms your data into a dynamic, actionable resource that drives value across the entire organization. You'll want to use Data Activator and Real-Time Analytics to ingest and act on streaming data. This is critical for scenarios like IoT and fraud detection, as well as live dashboards. Zeroing in on real-time analytics, this particular feature is very valuable for enhancing decision-making. It enables organizations to make informed decisions quickly, allowing you to quickly adapt to changing conditions and data constantly, as well as operational efficiency. Now your business can optimize your operations, reduce waste, and improve productivity in real time. We've seen success stories with real-time analytics being applied in fields like finance, healthcare, and marketing to enhance performance and customer satisfaction. Some of those immediate insights allow organizations to obtain information about streaming data, helping them enhance their decision-making processes. The event stream feature enables the ingestion and processing of real-time data from various sources like IoT devices. We also have visualization and dashboards. Real-time data can be visualized in dashboards, allowing for quick interpretation and responsive actions. One of my last tips and best practices is ensuring that you continue to learn and stay updated on all the valuable resources we have available. So as you can see, one of our prime resources is the Data Factory documentation. Within that, you can access resources such as online courses, webinars, and articles to enhance your learning. Don't forget, we have Microsoft Fabric blog, as well as additional series, as well as additional videos in the Microsoft Reactor series. You'll also want to stay updated. Be sure to follow industry news and updates to remain informed about the latest features and trends in your field. And of course, don't stop there. We have an avenue of community engagement resources. We have Microfabric dedicated forums and discussion groups so that you can share your knowledge, ask questions, and learn from others within the community. So let's do a recap of what we learned today. We've already gone through the core components of Microsoft Fabric. We've discussed the importance of creating a modular pipeline design. We've also discussed parameterization for flexibility and optimizing data movement, as well as performance tuning tips, secure by design, collaboration with GitHub, leverage Copilot and AI, and real-time intelligence. You can find more information on Microsoft Learn and join future Reactor sessions to keep growing. So thanks again for your time. Please connect with me on LinkedIn, share your feedback, and let's keep exploring Data Factory in Microsoft Fabric. Thank you again for joining me.